the M.L.M for the Soul channel, and if you've never watched my channel before, then please do check out my first video, because on there I do explain what M.L.M actually means and what it's all about and what I am doing. And if you have watched my videos, then please do leave me some comments, let me know what you think, let me know if you liked it. Also, if you have anything you'd like me to talk about that I'm capable of talking about, I will do so. And I first want to say, may the words and expressions of my mouth and the thoughts and meditations of my heart find favor and acceptance before you, Hashem. And I also want to thank some people who have been instrumental in my journey to where I am in my life, to seeking the truth and living the truth and following the Torah. And Hashem, of course. And they are Rabbi Shalom Arush, Rabbi Lazer Brody, Rabbi Yosef Mizrahi, and Rabbi Eli Mansour. And I will have links below this video to their sites so you can check out their information as well. So today we're going to continue with our Tehillim. And again, this is the Artscroll Tehillim that I've been using from the Interlinear Translation. But instead of doing the tidbits, I actually found one chapter, and I shouldn't say this, all the chapters are apropos. It's like lahavdil on the reverse, like people who look at the constellations or astrology and stuff and say, oh, you know, like let's say they were born in Libra and they look at Libra for, oh wow, that's exactly what is going on for me. Wow, that's so perfect. The Tehillim is so like that. It's like you look at a chapter and you're like, oh, that's perfect, exactly what I'm going through. And this was written by David HaMelech, well, most of the Tehillim, the Psalms, so long ago. And to think that it's still apropos, it's timeless information, timeless perspectives on life. So this chapter that I'm going to be delving into and reading, you know, verse by verse, pasuk by pasuk, is chapter Mem Tet, or 49. And this one talks about man should use his sojourn on this earth to enhance his spiritual development and prepare for the world to come. So that's apropos because we're at the point in the history, we're in 5775, so that's Tuf Shin, I believe, Ayin Hey. So we're getting close to the end, so to speak, to Mashiach. So we are at this critical place in time where we really need to work on ourselves more than ever. And it's very interesting because more and more people are actually turning towards seeking the truth and hungry for the truth, and more people are actually going to places where they can seek the truth. And one of them I highly recommend and I speak about a lot is divineinformation.com, Rabbi Yossi Mizrahi. And if you can ever attend any of his lectures, that would be great too, because you'll really learn. Being there in person, there's so much more to it, and you're like, you want to just keep going to them if you can. But he doesn't stay in one city, he travels all over the world, so hopefully you can check it out. And he has a Facebook page too. So let's delve into the Tehillim. So, Lamnatseach Livnei Korach Mizmor. So I'm going to read it in Hebrew and then say the explanation in English. And if there's further explanation, I'm going to read it, I should say, in English. If there's further explanation, then I will tell that to you, because at the bottom of each page there are. For the conductor by the sons of Korach, a psalm. Shim'u zot kol ha'amim. Hear this, all you peoples. Ha'azinu kol yoshvei chaled. Give ear, all you dwellers of decaying earth. Gam b'nei Adam, even sons of Adam. Gam b'nei Ish, even sons of man. So on the sons of Adam, sons of man, there is an explanation by Rav Shamshon Raphael Hirsch. The term sons of man refers to people who can trace their ancestry back to men of distinction and thereby derive social and financial advantage. So, and the sons of Adam includes the vast majority of humans who lack any pedigree, except that Adam was their forebear. The message of this psalm is of equal importance to both. So continuing on that pasuk, Yachad Ashir ve'Evyon, together rich and poor. So what does this mean, together rich and poor? Both are infatuated by money. Very interesting. So the rich man always wants more, and the poor man thinks it will solve all his problems because the rich man has it. And once you have it, you always want to accumulate more. Most people might say, oh, you know, that's enough. But once you, I guess, taste it, it's almost like forbidden fruit. Once you taste it, it's like there's this desire for more. Whereas the poor person thinks that by having the money, it'll solve his problem. So yes, it'll take care of certain things. Like, okay, you have bills to pay for, you want to eat food, you buy food to eat, have a place to live, but it does not solve all your problems. It can help, but putting it in perspective, it does not do that. Okay, continuing on. Pi yedaber chachmot v'hagut libi devunot. My mouth will speak wisdom, and the meditations of my heart are insightful. Atel mashal azni, I will incline to the parable my ear. Eftach b'chinor chidati, I will solve with a harp my riddle. So what does this mean, I will solve with a harp my riddle? Through spiritual uplifting music, the psalmist achieves the lifting of the soul that precedes the divine enlightenment needed to unravel the perplexing mysteries of life. So using music like this to actually give you a way to get enlightened, like it puts you in a certain, I guess, frame of mind. The harp has, I guess, healing. Most instruments have very healing properties, and the harp does as well. So this is from Rav, I don't know, Feur, F-E-U-E-R, I don't know who that is. Okay, continuing on. Lama ira b'yemei ra. Why should I be fearful in days of evil? So what does this mean? Why should I be fearful? Why should a person misuse his limited time in this world? It will only cause him pain and anguish in days of evil, at the end of his sojourn in life, when he will have to give an accounting for the injunctions that he trod upon, which will surround him. So that's what we need to be fearful of. We have such a limited time on this earth. So of course none of us are perfect. We're human. There's the Yetzer Hara. We're tempted by things. That's what there is. There's desires. So it's hard to get away from them. But the idea is to try to keep it in the forefront of your mind. The whole idea that you will have to give an accounting at the end, and whatever you do, you will have to admit to it. You can't run away from it. So that's a big problem. Okay, continuing on, because our time is short. Okay, avon akeva yisubeni. When the injunctions that I trod upon will surround me. So what does this mean? Some sins are considered so minor that people seem to crash them underfoot. Because of his cavalier attitude towards such sins, a person may well feel dread as he approaches his time of judgment, according to Rashi. The psalmist emphasized that even the minor sins of good people can cause spiritual anguish. So that's very important to keep in mind. Okay? Those who rely on their possession and of their great wealth, they are boastful. Yet a brother cannot be redeemed in any way by a man. Lo yitain le'elokim kafro. He cannot give to Hashem his ransom. So life and death are in Hashem's hands, according to Radak. No amount of money can ransom a soul Hashem has chosen to take. So money can't buy you life from Hashem. Hashem is going to take it from you when he's ready. Yekar pidyon nafsham. Too costly is the redemption of their soul. So what does this mean? The soul is precious beyond estimation. If man sullies it through his deeds, his money cannot set things straight. So this is according to Sifri. So that means your deeds are more important than your money. If you get it, that's what you have to really focus on. Okay? Vayichi od lanetzach lo yiresh hashachat. Can one live until eternity and never see the pit? So what does this mean, living to eternity? No one lives forever. No one is spared from the pit, meaning the grave. Therefore, man should tend to the immorality of his soul. Immortality, excuse me. That was not meant to be. Not immorality. Immortality, meaning his soul is everlasting. So we should focus on that. That's according to Radak and Sforno. Excuse me for the slip up there. Okay, continuing on. Ki yirech chachamim yamutu. Though he sees that wise men die, yachad kisil v'va'ar yavodu, that together the foolish and boorish perish. V'azul acherim chelam, and leave to others their possessions. Kirbam batemo li olam. Nevertheless, in their imagination, their houses are forever. Mishkanotam l'dor vador, their dwellings for generation after generation. Karu vishmotam alei adamot, they have proclaimed their names throughout the land. V'adam biyakar bal yolin, but as for man, in glory he shall not repose. So what does this mean? The human condition is precarious indeed. Even Adam, Hashem's own handiwork, sinned and fell from his pinnacle on the day he was created. So remember that even Adam, he was Hashem's absolute creation. He didn't come from any person. There was nothing else. So even he sinned. Okay? Nimshal kiv babahemot nidmu. He is likened to the animals that are silenced. Zed darkam kesel lamo. This is their way. Folly is theirs. Va'acharehem b'fihem yirtzu sela. Yet of their destiny, their mouths speak soothingly. Sela. Katzon l'shol shatu. Like sheep for the lower world they are destined. So like sheep, meaning the wicked are like sheep going contently to their doom. Only at the last minute do they become alarmed, but then it is too late, according to Rav Yonah. So they wait till the end, they don't have any chances. Their chances are up. Okay? Mavet your aim, death shall consume them. V'yirdu vam yisharim laboker, and dominate them shall the upright at daybreak. So what does this mean? The evil are dominant now, but at the daybreak of judgment day, the righteous will gain the upper hand, according to Radak. So it looks like they're winning, but in the end, they're going to fall. V'tzuram levalot she'ol mivutzalo, their form is doomed to rot in the grave, each from their dwelling. So what does this mean? A person's underlying form is his soul, his spiritual content. Evildoers corrupt their souls until they lose the capacity for meaningful growth. Therefore, instead of looking forward to their afterlife, they can only expect decay after death. So they have nothing to look forward to because they never did anything good that would deem them to have that opportunity. And they also will leave their luxurious homes and go to the grave. Again, that's it. You're not going to take anything with you. Okay? Ach Elokim yifter nafshi. But Hashem will redeem my soul. What does this mean? Hashem, having completed his observations regarding the doom facing the wicked, the psalmist now expresses his confidence that he can look forward to the splendor of the world to come. And that is according to Rashi. So, Ach Elokim yifter nafshi miyad she'ol, from the hand of the lower world. Ki kacheni sela, for he will take me. Al tira ki yashir ish, fear not when a man becomes wealthy. Ki yirbeh kivod beito, when he increases the glory of his house. Ki lo v'moto yikach hakol, nothing upon his death will he take at all. Lo yered acharav kvodo, descend not after him will his glory. So what does this mean? None of his wealth he will be able to take with him, according to Radak. So nothing. It's finished. He's finished with that. He nafsho b'chayav yivarech, though himself in his lifetime he may bless. So what does this mean? In life, the rich preen themselves, confident that they are above criticism. But the way to gain the sincere praise of others is if you improve yourself. This is according to Rashi. So that, all those riches and everything don't do anything for you. You need to really work on yourself, work on correcting yourself, correcting your characters, traits, and other things like that. V'yoducha ki teitilach, others will praise you if you improve yourself. Tavo adar avotav, it shall come to the generation of his fathers. So what does this mean? The soul of the evildoer will have the same fate as the souls of his wicked ancestors. None of them will see the light of redemption, according to Rashi. So, it keeps going perpetually, like the wicked ancestors and the children and the grandchildren. So none of them will be able to have redemption. Ad lanetzach lo yiru'ar, until eternity they will not see the light. So this is the wicked people. And the last pasuk, Adam biakar lo yavin, man is glorious, but if he understands not, nimshal kabehemot nidmu, he is likened to the animals that are without speech. This means that although man is glorious, if he does not understand, because he has not studied, he is likened to the animals. This is according to Rabbi Yehuda Halevi. So that's important to remember, that an animal can become, a person I should say, can become like the animal because they don't study. Animals have no free will. They have no free choice. They just live by instinct. That's what they're here to do. So we have to be above that. So that's why it's very important that we remember that all this stuff is futile. The only thing we can take with us to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, to our next life, is our mitzvos, our good deeds. And we have to remember that this is very important, that we realize that that's what we're working on. We need to work on that. And I pray to Hashem that with everybody who can really come to that understanding and do and follow Hashem and the ways of the Torah, that we are meriting to live and to see the coming of the Beis HaMikdash. May it be speedily in our days, and the rebuilding of the Beis HaMikdash. Thank you for watching.